Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and welcome to the Season 1 finale here in the Colorado Tech Lions Dynasty. Today, we take on one of our in-state rivals in Colorado State. They are 6-5 on the season. Both teams in the middle of the Big 12, not bowl eligible. Colorado State might make it, but they'll definitely have to win today to guarantee a spot in a bowl. But we'll see if we can play spoiler today as we conclude the first season here in this dynasty. And we are at a neutral site here at Invesco Field at Mile High. So here we go. Let's see if BJ Johnson can put away Colorado State's bowl hopes. So here he is taking it to the left side on an early option play. That one will be a gain of 2. As now that brings it to a 3rd and 8. Here's Johnson throwing to the right side. Our leading receiver, Kentrell Kraft. He is approaching 1,000 yards on the season as a sophomore. His first catch of the evening goes for 14. Next play takes it up the middle. That is Johnson again, 5-yard gain. And this has been the offense so far this year. Running the football well. Handing the ball off, this time to Adrian Johnson, who puts on a move. Our running backs have been a struggle this year, and I don't want to contribute that to the offensive line. We have just had a lack of explosiveness at the running back position. Here's a quick throw to the right side. There is Mike Marone, who has come around late and has really been a reliable target for BJ Johnson. It's a first down as we get it to the 20-yard line. From the shotgun, handoff to our third-string running back. That is Frankie Law. He picks up a gain of 5. As now we're at the 15. Nice little drive put together here by Johnson. Rolling to the right side. We'll throw this on the run, and he's got Kentrell inside the 10 now. Another first down, and now we're cooking inside the 5-yard line. Here is BJ rolling to the right side. Blitz up the middle. He avoids one. It's a touchdown. BJ Johnson approaching about 10 rushing touchdowns as well on the year. And that's going to be a 7-0 nice little drive put together as we are both in the snow. So both teams are used to this. Here's a quick throw to the right side on the next drive. And Bernard Benjamin just absolutely drops a pick 6. And that brings them back for a 3rd and 10. This is a handoff and a stop. A gain of 6. Tyler Ashley and Joseph Crawford were there. And that one does get us possession right back. So here is BJ Johnson using his legs on the next drive, rolling, and he will pick up the first down. It's a gain of 12 yards as now we're approaching the 50-yard line just added here. Here's a quarterback design run. BJ fighting for the first down, and that's another first down run for BJ Johnson. He's at 41 yards so far in this game. At the 45 now, Johnson, nobody to throw it to, and he eventually goes down. It's a loss of 11 yards. Steven Garcia is in the backfield for Colorado State. As now we are in a 3rd and long. Trips to the left side. Johnson throws deep downfield. There's Adrian Johnson. Wide open. The 10, the 5. Touchdown. 56 yards. BJ throws an absolute dot on that one. Staying in the pocket under pressure. Delivering a strike. And it's a touchdown. 14-0 start here for CTU. So now here comes Colorado State back down by 2 scores now. Here's a throw to left side, and that is Butler, their starting tight end. He picks up a gain of 16 and a first down. Now across the 50 at the 45, handoff, and this one's trouble. Anderson gets stopped to the backfield. I mean, everybody was there. Vincent Showcross will get credit for the tackle, though. 3rd and 16. Now at the 50. Perez under pressure. Elijah Green gets to him. It's a sack, and it's a strip sack at that. What a hit put on by onto the quarterback. And now we are back out onto the field, up by 2 scores with a chance to make it a 3-score lead. In the second quarter now, 3rd and 6. Johnson moves to the right side. Nobody to throw it to, and he gets tripped up. That's going to be a sack, loss of 4, and Colorado State will get possession right back. So now after a good return, they start out the next possession with great field position. Here's the arrow route out of the backfield, and that is their running back, Mark Anderson. He goes for a gain of 18 yards, and it's going to be a first down catch for him. So now 1st and 10 at about the 20-yard line. Perez in the pocket, throws across the middle. It's a touchdown to Sean Jackson, 20 yards. And Colorado State is back in this one. Here we go. Up by 7 now. Here is Kentrell getting a catch, putting on a move and spinning, and he gets 10 yards just before the first down sticks, but nice throw by Johnson. 2nd and inches. Quick throw. Oh, I'm not even sure who that one was to, but Jackson comes up with that catch. It's a gain of 5 yards. 4.5 to go here in the first half. Johnson stays in the pocket, throws to the sideline. Adrian Shields, who scored already today, picks up his 3rd catch of the game, gain of 10 yards. 2nd and inches. Here's a counter play, another handoff. Adrian Johnson, and he picks up 5. Johnson is only a 5'8" back. I think we're going to have an open running back competition to start next season, because I'm not even sure who's going to be there and available and who's going to be really the man going into next year. I think that's a big question mark, because B.J. Johnson definitely needs help. 2nd and 3 now. About 3 minutes to go here in the first half. BJ rolls to the right side. He's taking it himself, and he gets down the sideline to about the 15-yard line. Another big run by B.J. Johnson. 80 yards rushing here in the first half. This time he's under pressure. He tries to get rid of it. Somehow just slows down at the end of that one, and that's what caused the sack. We were planning on throwing that one away, but for some reason, B.J. Johnson slowed down out of nowhere. Kind of weird. 3rd and 24. Running the read option, just trying to get back into field goal range. But Johnson takes it down the left sideline. Tackle at the 1. He needed 20-plus yards. He got 28. B.J. Johnson is having a phenomenal year. 1st and goal, and he takes it up the middle. His 2nd of the day. 16 carries for 73 yards. And this has been our offense. This is what's dominated. And we go into the second half with a 2-score lead. So second half action now. Johnson back out onto the field now, rolling to the right side. Look at this blocking downfield. I think the receivers just know he's going to take off, and they block so well. He's just at 100 yards rushing on the day. So 1st and 10 now. Johnson could get over 100 yards if he scrambles here, but he's going to throw at the last second. It's Adrian Johnson, who puts on a move. He breaks free at the 10, still on his feet, and he falls down at the 2. What a move. That was about 6 Colorado State defenders, and neither of them makes the tackle. And Johnson fighting, and he gets that to the 2-yard line. So we reward him. Hand off to Adrian Johnson. It's a touchdown. Showing some wiggle on this drive, 28-7. And Colorado Tech is handling business here in their final game. Here is Perkins back out onto the field. He gets a handoff, and Colorado State has not run the ball well, but they give it to Perkins again. Great blocking, and there's a huge block by 73. It's going to spring Perkins free. It's a touchdown, 48 yards. Colorado State is right back in it, though, but they have a whole quarter to come back as well. They need to come up with a stop, but Colorado Tech has been excellent on offense. Here is B.J. Johnson back onto the field. Quick throw. It's Kentrell Craft. He gets to about the 40-yard line, and that one will be a first down. 4 catches for him today. He is our leading receiver as we throw across the middle. This is Mike Marone, who runs over a couple of defenders, stays on his feet, and he's still going. Gain of 18. Mike Marone is just a man amongst boys. He's a sophomore along with Kentrell Craft, so we will have him for the next couple of years. Here's a throw to the right side. Kentrell, he fights off of a tackler, and he gets stopped at the 1. Gain of 19, 1st and goal. So now we lose a yard on first down. Here's a second down play. A quarterback power up the middle. It's going to be a gain of 2, bringing it to a 3rd and goal. Here's a counter play. Up the middle, Adrian Johnson falls down at the inch-yard line, just short. So now we're going to line up to go for it here. It's going to be a 4th and goal. We're going to call a pass play on this one. They stopped us on 3 straight runs here. 4th and goal. Here we go. Throw across the middle, and it's deflected. We get down to the 1-yard line, and we can't even score. And now Colorado State has a big stop here. This could be their chance to come back. Here's a jet sweep to left side. That is Black on that carry. It will be a gain of about 6 yards for the first down. As Joseph Crawford Jr., our leading tackler, is there for the stop. Throw to the right side. This one They're going to call that one a catch, but it gets reversed. And now they have to go for it here. 4th and 2. Screen pass called out to Perkins, and he has the blocking in the space. Look at the blocking downfield, and they pick up a gain of 25 on the screen pass. It's a first down, and now this drive stays alive. 3 minutes to go now, though. At about the 24-yard line, Perez throws to the back of the end zone. This one is caught by Brad Hubbard. 24 yards through the air, 20 of 26 for Perez. And could he lead a comeback effort here, as now there's about 2 minutes to go. Running the football now, just trying to route this clock. Here's BJ. He breaks free. If they would have blocked 42 on that one, BJ could have took it to the house. And they call their first timeout of the half. 1st and 10 now. 2 timeouts left here for Colorado State. Running Kentrell Kraft in motion, but we give it to Adrian Johnson. A little eye candy on that one, and he picks up a gain of 3. 1 timeout left for Colorado State. 2nd and 7. Counter play. What a tackle in the backfield by 96. Loss of 3. 3rd and 10. We have to get the first on this play. They send the pressure, and we throw to the right side. It's Kentrell Kraft who's open. He couldn't be stopped all season long, and we pick up the first down. No timeouts remaining for Colorado State. 1st and 10. We run the quarterback power, and it will be enough for the first down. Gain of 15 for BJ Johnson, and we end up winning this game by 7, holding on to beat one of our in-state rivals. And this is just a great end to the season for Colorado Tech. What a game. 14 of 25 for BJ Johnson, a touchdown, 247, no turnovers. That's the main stat right there. 28 carries, 138, which is his career high, and 2 touchdowns on the ground, along with Adrian Johnson, who had a pretty good game also. And receiving the football, our receivers finally came through. How about Adrian Shields? Kentrell Kraft does what he does. And then Elijah Green had a monster game. He had 4 tackles for loss and a sack. And then Vincent Showcross had 2 tackles for loss. No interceptions. We've definitely lacked in that department. But that will conclude season number 1, as we do not make a bowl game. We get our 5th win, but it's not enough. And how about this team? I just have loved what we've been and what we've done. So I'm excited for the future for sure. Now, going into season 2, we will be switching up the sliders. So I will switch up the sliders. I will also switch up some gameplay things. I will go over that kind of in the off season and see how that goes. I've tried a couple of methods to make the game harder, and I don't think we were a bad team necessarily, but I think we overachieved by a lot. So I'm definitely going to be doing some things to make it a little bit more tough. Now, looking at recruiting going to next year, we have 11 scholarships given out already. Now our max is 12, because how we're going to do it is we're going to have a base of 10 every year, and then for every road game versus a ranked opponent, we will get 1 scholarship extra for each of those games. So that means we play 2 on the road for non-conference. That means we get 12 total this year. So looking at our top recruits, Calvin Smith is a running back. I'm not really sure how he will fit into the fold, but like I said, it's going to be an open competition. Smoke Wyatt will probably start year 1. David Potter is an interesting quarterback, very accurate, has a good arm, but is a pocket quarterback that we will have to keep an eye on that. Mike Little will be a guard who will help us out quite a bit on the offensive line, and I'm hoping that he will. Chad Gray is an interesting defensive end. Now, he has awesome finesse moves, and his power moves is a little low, and block shitting is a little low, so it might take some developing for him. Luke Burnett is an interesting middle linebacker as well, out of Ken Carroll, Colorado. Remember, all of our recruits are out of Colorado. He does not have good tackling at all. I'm not really sure where he will fit. He might be better suited as a edge rusher, to be honest with you. Jay Lionel is a quarterback who fits the BJ Johnson mold. He doesn't have the big-time arm of Potter, but he does have pretty decent accuracy at 78, and he can also run the football. So that's a whole lot different than Potter is. And plus, he's 5 inches smaller, so that will be interesting to see how they play out in the future. Justin Caputo is a good kicker. We definitely need, to make sure we still have kickers in rotation and make sure our special teams is all good. James Wilkins is an interesting cornerback. He is 83 in man coverage, but 69 in zone. We could definitely play man with him, but when it comes to zone, I'm not sure how he will work out. Clayton Garrett is an interesting tight end. Now, I'm going to boost his ratings a little bit because when I was creating him, I made a mistake and did not put up his catching or route running, as you can see. So that is very, very low. That will be up at about 60s, low 60s. So we will make that fair. He's a one-star recruit. And then Nnamdi Ugana Okafor was our first ever commit here. 85 speed, awesome hit power at 86. He's going to be a thumper and will get in the rotation probably in his freshman year. So we finished 5-7 in the conference, and in Group B, we finished right in the middle of the pack. And Oakland College ends up 7-1 in conference play, so they have an excellent season. They cap off that year with a few victories in conference. And looking at the rest of the conference championships, Ohio State is number 1. They will be taking on Nebraska, and Nebraska has a new quarterback commit next year in Chase Foster, who we saw last episode at the Colorado prep level. And we will see, how a lot of our recruits shape out, because I'm excited to see a lot of those guys, sprinkled out through the NCAA. BJ Johnson finished the year with 10 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. We really did not go back to Jack Solomon because it was just night and day, to be honest with you. Running the football with the quarterback was definitely a game changer, and we had quarterback design runs, which I definitely loved. I will be looking to do that in year 2, and, a lot of things with that is that, we are switching up just how we call plays on offense. I'm going to let offensive coordinators call plays, and I will talk about that in the offseason, and I will send you guys a link to the sliders I will be using. But BJ was definitely our entire running game. That was for sure. Now, receiving the football, Kentrell Craft I thought was going to have well over 1,000 yards. He just barely gets over 1,000, 1,072, 3 touchdowns only. Led us in catches, yards, and touchdowns. He was tied for the lead there. Adrian Shields scored 3. Mike Marone had 607 on the year. He had a touchdown. He was very, very good. He came around late, and the thing about him is that I need that security blanket, and it showed that he could probably be that. Now, he only has 65 catching, but I think that he can still definitely be that security blanket for us. But Kentrell Craft is definitely the star of this offense, along with BJ Johnson. As long as they're on the same page, we're going to be rolling in games and hopefully stay in them with the slider change next season. Our offensive line definitely struggled. We gave up a lot of sacks, a lot of pressure. A big reason why we were rolling out a whole lot and trying to get away from it because pressure was in there like right away. So our offensive line definitely struggled at points and at times just gave up like relentless pressure. Joseph Crawford Jr. was excellent this year. I did not expect him to lead our team in tackles, but he did. I thought Jamarcus Lexington was going to lead us there. He was like 7th in tackles. Tyler Ashley was excellent too. Coming up in the box, making tackles. I mean, he was amazing. Bernard Benjamin had an excellent year as a cornerback. Now, I want to see him take that step forward and start picking the ball off. He had 1 on the year, but I want to see any interceptions. I mean, we only had 1 the entire season. I believe we had 2 turnovers total. Like, it was just ridiculous. I think we had that fumble recovery, that pitch, that the option play. I forgot what team it was, but Sion Okafor picked it up. I think that was the only 2 turnovers this entire season. Elijah Green had a pretty good year playing in that nickel position. I liked the way he tackled. And then Mason Stonebreaker, Alec Robinson had good years as well. We had some pretty good defensive linemen who came through in certain games, like Bo Rocky. He had a game where he had a monster, like 4 tackles for loss. And I think this team is pretty good up front. Alec Robinson, Bo Rocky, and then Sion Okafor. Those 3 guys are definitely going to be in the rotation. I liked Mason Stonebreaker, but I need some more sacks out of him, because if he's going to play on the edge, he's got to be either a great run stuffer or a good pass rusher, and I don't think he's either one of those 2 things. So now we head into the offseason at a 5-7 first-year record. Not bad, to be honest with you. We'll see what happens here as we pick up some more freshmen next year. We don't have any seniors, so nobody is graduating. So we will have to see, who's going to be rotated in with this squad as an incoming freshman. But you kind of have an idea who right now with a couple of our top recruits like Smoke Wyatt and guys like that. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. Stay tuned for the off season. It's coming up next, so stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.
I like getting money, I got time to get it. Target on me, so my car's a tenant. Dancing with the devil, I don't bargain with it. Bobbing in the dash, and the stick is with it. And I hit the 4-5 on the west side. But I'm from the east side, this how we slide. This how we ride, yeah, yeah.